again, make sure this is out of your skill building folder. We're finishing up our last part of our color wheel and color theory. And then we're going to move into taking what we learned and moving it into our elements of art book, the color section. So complementary colors. Again, this is important because your wheel is what gives you all the answers. I'll show this one because it's better looking. So if I'm pointing to a primary, red, the complementary color is straight across. So if I move my pencil straight across, what color do I have? Green. So you're going to take red and green, not those, and one side of this is going to be red. Again, make sure you use your, and the other side is green. Yellow, if you're looking across, is purple. So we're going to put the primary color on the top part of the square, or the triangle part, and then the secondary color. Okay, last but not least, red and, we did that one, I'm sorry. Oh, blue and orange. Again, blue is going to go at the top, and then orange. And before we move on to the next part, if you're looking at the complementary colors, what do you see about them? Do you notice something about them? If you are looking in a store and you see lots of red and green, what season do you think it is? Christmas. Usually we use Christmas to represent, or is represented by red and green. These two, if you are at a sports event, why would you see yellow and purple or blue and orange together? If you don't know, orange and blue is the Florida Gators. Purple and yellow, I believe, I know, are the Lakers, which is a basketball team. I don't know if there's a football team that is purple and yellow, but these colors complement each other. People use them to represent teams. Obviously, Auburn is blue and, or navy and orange, which is close, but these complementary colors are used occasionally to represent different things, holidays, sports teams. Okay, moving on to cool and warm. Cool and warm have to do with your groups. So on this side of your color wheel, you have your warm colors. That's your red, red, orange, orange, yellow, orange, and yellow. I like to think of them as like the fire, the hot stuff. That's what the warm, obviously warm colors would represent. Then you have your cool colors, your greens, your blues, and your purples. The grass, the cold water, the cool grass, those colors represent that. So on your circles, your cool again would be blue, purple, and green. And then your warm colors would be the other three. So it doesn't matter what order you fill them in, go ahead and fill in those blocks with your warm and your cool. Okay, so you have your cool and your warm. Okay, monochromatic colors are using shades that are similar, like a light blue, a medium blue, and a dark blue. There's lots of squares. We don't have this many within our stack of colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do blue. I'm going to use this light blue and my white and my black. So pick a color. If you have a, like for example, this one had a red, an orange red. But if in your colors you have one that has a light and a dark, here, obviously this one would look better, green and light green. So if you have some in their color stack that has a dark color and a light color already, go ahead and pull that out. Again, I'm using the blues. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with my blue, and I'm going to color the first three. Then I'm going to take my black. In the first one, I'm going to go over with my black. I'm trying to be real light here. Then more blue. Little black. It's going to make a dark blue, which would be kind of what we call navy. But again, I'm trying not to be very heavy on the black. Okay, so that would be my dark blue. This would be a little bit lighter, so maybe I'll add one layer of black. The more layers you add, the more pressure you add, it will make it darker. Okay, now I can see a difference. I'm going to leave that blue. Then I'm going to fill in the rest, but I'm going to make it lighter than that. I'm not going to push down as hard. That's when I'm going to switch to the light blue and kind of alternate. Again, I'm not pushing hard because these are going to be lighter. And then this one, I'm going to do, again, a little bit lighter with that light blue. I'm not adding any normal blue anymore. Again, I need to make that a little bit darker. You want to see a gradual color change. This one, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to try to add white on top. I'm not sure if it's going to make it any lighter. Again, this is experimenting with these colored pencils, finding out how to do these different things with them. You may have used your green and your light green, or depending on your colors, you may have a red and a pink. This is what I had. I know it's a little bit different than yours, but your pressure, which is pushing on the colored pencil, is going to give you a darker color versus not as hard is going to give you a lighter color. Let's show you with red orange. Again, this is pushing hard, giving a lot of pressure. This is not. So you can see the two different. So you've got to learn how to use your tools to create a darker color or a different color or mixing colors. This is your information that's going to give you the answers to our test, which is coming up by the end of the weeks. And it's also going to help you create your book. So this is going to stay in your skill building worksheet or folder until you're done. If you're done, then you're going to move it to your blue folder. This is going to stay in your blue folder because I want you to be able to pull this out and use it when you are creating anything within our art. I'm going to make sure I come by and check to make sure that it's completed before you move it to your blue folder. But again, this is good information for you to have as we move through, especially this side. It gives all the warm, the cool, complementary, tertiary, monochromatic. So I'm going to move this to the side. And then the next step is we're going to be taking it into our elements of art to our color page.